Hello, how's it going? I wanted to quickly address a topic that I feel like it's very common mindset among especially newer entrepreneurs, people who are just stepping into the online world, first time doing coaching or consulting or anything like that, and it's something that I know I personally went through and that I know a lot of people have gone through, and it's this mindset and this thinking of, am I really an expert? Am I really qualified to talk about this or to say these things or to teach people about, etc., blank, whatever it is that you're wanting to teach people about? So the first question or thought that I popped into the title, as you see, is, am I really qualified am I really an expert? Can I really call myself an expert? Okay. And here's the thing. Okay. We all have something that we have overcome, something that we've learned, something that we are qualified to teach someone else. And I think a big thing that just in the society that we live in, we're told we have to go out and get a degree. We have to go to college. We have to get these certifications and all this education and things like that to be able to do anything worthwhile or have a worthwhile career in the world, right? Okay, and that's to a certain degree. Obviously, if you're a doctor or you're a lawyer, you do have to go through certain processes and certain things to actually call yourself a lawyer or a doctor or to be able to have a practice, right? And that's just kind of expected if you're in that arena. However, if you're a coach, you're a blogger, you're a consultant, and I say this because when I first started in the online world, I started with a blog. And even to write a blog, even to share what I know about fashion and beauty and personal branding and things like that, even to share those things, I felt like, well, who am I? Who am I to say this? So what are people going to think? People are going to think like, well, who does she think she is? Like, she thinks she's like... The thing is, I was actually having tons of people asking me questions about it all the time, like about makeup, about where I bought my clothes and how I put things together. I was already getting all those questions, but for some reason, I still felt, well, I need to go get like an image consulting certificate or something to officially be able to do this. And granted, for some things that can help you and it can help your credibility, but at the end of the day, think about when you're applying for a job. Even jobs nowadays, what do they most care about? Do they care whether you have a bachelor's degree in something, or are they going to give more importance to your experience and your actual, what you've actually done in the world with your knowledge and what you know and what results you've gotten? It's going to be the latter. And so that's the biggest thing that you are going to want to show people is, I can actually provide results. I can actually do this for people. I have done it for even if you've just done it for yourself. If you've done it for yourself, you have already achieved an outcome that your ideal client wants for themselves. So for example, someone that has lost 80 pounds, okay, whatever they did, obviously they've achieved a certain outcome, okay? And they may not have become a personal trainer or anything of that sort or gotten any certification in health and fitness, but guess what? They know a thing or two about weight loss. And someone who is in that same boat, maybe someone with a similar story, maybe they have some type of disease or something that is preventing them from losing the weight, and you have already been in their shoes, you've already achieved an outcome that person desires more than anything. So that alone qualifies you to teach that person about that topic. Okay, so and then another thing that to keep in mind, to be able to call yourself an expert or to help people, you can literally become an expert just by filling your brain with knowledge. Whether that's through books, whether that's through just searching the internet and finding just more in-depth knowledge. Obviously, Google, you can Google things and you can actually find a lot of great things on Google. But the biggest thing is you can read books, just fill your knowledge. You do not need to go to college and pay thousands of dollars and study a topic just to call yourself knowledgeable or an expert in a field. So whatever it is that you're wanting to teach people about, if you feel like maybe you're lacking some knowledge, and maybe you are, I mean, granted, we don't know everything. Nobody knows everything, right? And I think a lot of times we get caught up in thinking, well, for me to teach anything about life coaching, I have to be like Oprah or Tony Robbins or just at that level. But that's not true, okay? The truth is that you can actually become an expert in a topic just by reading books. Reading books already puts you so much further ahead of the game than most people, because most people aren't spending their time reading. They're spending their time watching Netflix. They're spending their time playing video games, or just watching TV or doing other time wasting activities. And by very few people in the world actually take enough time out of every single day to read a book and actually become an expert in a topic. And so I just wanted to address this because I feel like this is such a common thing, but it has to be overcome. If you can't overcome this and you can't get over the whole, am I an expert? Can I really help people? There's going to be people out there who are missing out on your specific story and the way that you can help them, and they're missing out. And you are leaving them hanging in a way, and it's because you can't overcome your own fears and your own insecurities about this particular topic of feeling like a real expert, okay? So that's my biggest advice to anyone who feels like they're just not an expert, they're not really qualified to do this. Become that expert. Boost your own confidence by gaining more knowledge and reading books on your topic, okay? You can, if you were to just dedicate even 30 minutes to an hour of reading about your topic every single day, in 6 months to a year, you are going to be 10 times further than most people in that topic, even people who have been doing it for years. I mean, and that's just because you are filling your mind with that knowledge. And I think it's a super important thing to do when you want to feel like you're an actual expert in things. And the things that we think that people already know, most of the time people don't know. So don't think that just because you think it's an obvious thing, or, oh, people already know about losing weight. Well, what do you have to bring to the table? How did you personally do it? What's your personal story? And that's what people relate to, is personal stories. So that's all I have for you today, and I hope that was helpful, especially for those of you watching the replay later on. There's no need to let that hold you back from actually sharing your message and helping others, because whatever outcomes you've achieved in life, there's someone that is some steps behind you that you can help, and that actually you can help better than someone who is 20 steps ahead of them, because you can relate to them better than that person that's way, way further down the road. So hope this has been helpful, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.